Real Madrid and Athletic Club fans have been printing fake money with Barcelona attached to it in response to the corruption charges the Catalan club are facing. Romelu Lukaku wants to stay at Inter Milan when his loan ends this summer, but they cannot afford to keep him on the same salary. The striker is also not part of Graham Potter's Chelsea plans. Manchester United statement confirms they will not appeal against Casemiro's red card against Southampton. It's gonna be a 4-game suspension for Casemiro. Reminder, Casemiro had 0 straight red cards with Real Madrid in La Liga in 9 seasons. Gavi's new contract at Barcelona has been cancelled by a Spanish court. Therefore, he will finish the season on his youth contract, which runs out in the summer. Barcelona are expected to appeal the decision. Julian Alvarez will sign his new contract at Manchester City on Wednesday. His new deal will include a significant pay rise. Fixed betting tips. Why don't you change your perception and see betting as an investment? Join us today and reduce world poverty tomorrow. Diego Simeone has agreed to lower his salary at Atletico Madrid from €20 million a year to €16.5 million as the club are in a financially difficult moment. He will stay at Atletico until at least 2024. Javier Tebas, the only La Liga club that could sign Mbappe is Real Madrid. I would like him to play in La Liga. William Saliba has won possession in the defensive third more times than any other player in the Premier League this season. Sweeping everything up, Romelu Lukaku wants to stay at Inter Milan when his loan ends this summer, but they cannot afford to keep him on the same salary. The striker is also not part of Graham Potter's Chelsea plans. No changes on Antonio Conte situation. Final decision will be at the end of the current season together with the club, but feeling remains same with Conte to leave Tottenham in June. Personal, family reasons will be crucial. Spurs have not started new coach process yet. Didier Drogba revealing the story behind Chelsea's 2012 Champions League win will give you chills. Paul Pogba only made his first appearance of the season 2 weeks ago before he was dropped for disciplinary reasons. Now he's out for 3 more weeks after reportedly tweaking a muscle practicing free kicks in training. Xavi said, Frenkie de Jong is one of the best midfielders in the world right now. He's at spectacular level, he's playing at incredible level, he gives us a lot, I'm so happy with Frenkie. Chelsea and Mason Mount are yet to find an agreement for the extension of his contract. If an agreement is not reached, he could leave Chelsea this summer. His contract ends in June 2024. Official, Paul Pogba could be set to miss another month after suffering a new muscle strain. Juventus are becoming more and more frustrated about the situation and could hold talks with the Frenchman about his future at the end of the season. Manchester City are preparing contracts and documents for Julian Alvarez's new deal valid until June 2028, it was fully agreed last week. His salary will be improved, it could be signed and completed after RB Leipzig game. Neymar does not want to leave PSG. His contract ends in 2027 and he doesn't intend to play for another club. He wants to end his career in Paris. Tottenham are not even contemplating selling Harry Kane this summer, despite Manchester United targeting the English striker. Mikel Arteta has now recorded 100 wins as a manager out of 167 games. Century of wins. The House of Liverpool and Egypt star Mohamed Salah has been burgled in Cairo with thieves making off with some satellite receivers. Casemiro is the first player to receive 2 red cards in a single Premier League season for Manchester United since Nemanja Vidic in 2013-2014.
Manchester United fear they will not be able to sell Harry Maguire this summer due to his £200,000 a week wages. Manchester United are prepared to make Harry Kane the most expensive British player of all time by signing him from Tottenham this summer. Naby Keita's agent has reportedly offered his client to Inter Milan as the Liverpool midfielder appears increasingly likely to head for the exit door. Former Chelsea manager Thomas Tuchel won't consider replacing Antonio Conte at Tottenham unless they qualify for the Champions League. Real Madrid are confident they can sign Jude Bellingham this summer. They're very satisfied with the work done on the player's file with his entourage. Crystal Palace have become the first team on record, since 2003-04, to fail to have a single shot on target in 3 consecutive Premier League matches. Blunt. No player has provided more Premier League assists for Chelsea this season than Enzo Fernandez. Worth every penny. Chelsea have scored 3+ goals in a single game for the first time since October 2022. João Felix is very happy with his experience in London and will push to stay at Chelsea. He wants to be part of a long-term project. Todd Boehly will negotiate his permanent transfer with Atletico Madrid. Glazer family push deadline for sale of Manchester United back until June, if they decide to cash in on the club, with offers from Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani and Sir Jim Ratcliffe currently falling short of £5 billion valuation. Man Utd are leading the way for most wins this season by teams in Europe's top 5 leagues. Thomas Tuchel is learning Spanish. He is targeting the Real Madrid coaching job. Barcelona are interested in signing Joao Cancelo, however, they find it weird that both Man City and Bayern don't want him in their starting 11. They want to find out more about his attitude and mentality before beginning negotiations. Alexander Lacazette scored twice in the last 10 minutes to give Lyon the 3-3 draw versus Lille. That's now 20 goals this season for the Frenchman. Sheikh Jassim Al Thani is still convinced to buy Manchester United. He remains keen on Man United project to buy out the Glazers and minority shareholders in their entirety. Al Thani feels his bid could be the best one, with plans to invest on squad, youth system and facilities. Nagelsmann on Cancelo: he will start tomorrow. When he plays it's all good, when he doesn't play, it's not. That's normal. I told Joao my point of view after a training session where he didn't make a good impression. We spoke, he always had a good reaction. Barcelona have been charged with corruption by Spanish prosecutors over payments made to the former vice president of Spain's Referees Committee. Former Barcelona presidents Josep Maria Bartomeu and Sandro Rosell are also facing corruption charges. Reece James is ill and out for Leicester. Raheem Sterling is doubtful with tightness. Aubameyang is likely out with a back issue, and Conte possibly back for the Everton game. Mason Mount is also out of tomorrow's game. The meeting between Barca and Busquets' agent regarding the player's renewal has been postponed to next week. Graham Potter says the Leicester game will come too early for the return of N'Golo Kanté, and they are aiming for him to return for the Everton game. Ten Hag: Christian Eriksen will play again this season, definitely. But I can't tell now an expectation, but I think his progress in the rehab is okay. It's going according to plan, definitely we will see him. But not before the international break. Harry Kane is Erik ten Hag's #1 transfer target for Manchester United this summer. La Liga is facing economic collapse because 2 main sponsors want to pull out of their partnerships. DAZN and CVC reportedly intend to break their contracts with Javier Tebas. Antonio Conte confirmed he will make a decision on his future at the end of the season together with the club. New deal talks were never advanced. Sources feel there's concrete possibility for Conte to leave Spurs. Family, personal situation will be also key point. Eden Hazard: my relationship with Ancelotti. There is respect, but we don't talk to each other. Eden Hazard: I miss playing football. I want to play. I want to have fun. I want to make myself useful. Real Madrid will not be taking part in the UEFA refund scheme for the 2022 UEFA Champions League final. They say UEFA's proposal is insufficient as it only applies to some of their supporters. They have called on UEFA to change the scheme and take full responsibility.